Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Now before I even go on to anything else, I'm going to say yes, I've changed my hair again. Anyone that knows me knows that I love flipping between wigs, flipping between hairstyles and everything. So if you have me on Snapchat, which everyone should have me on Snapchat by now, you would know that literally I went from like short hair back to like my straight hair, then I curled it, now I've gone to curly hair. Like I basically just dance around hairstyles all the time depending on how I feel on the day. So yeah, for all information about this hair, this is a wig that I made myself actually. Super proud of this wig, to be fair, but yeah, all information about this wig will be in the description box below. So today we're talking all about how to survive uni. Yes, my tips and advice on surviving uni and just general advice as well for uni. Obviously it is that time where most people have either gone back to uni, started freshers week, or like if you study at like Cambridge like myself, we wouldn't have started yet. We start quite late compared to everybody else, so we've still got another like week or so before we go back. So I hope that this video doesn't come too late for you, and hopefully it will actually help. Also, just so you know, I will be looking down because I've got some notes as well, just because there are certain things that I really want to speak on. So if you see me looking down, it's just because I'm reading notes. And yes, I got a cup of tea today. I'm drinking some red bush tea because I'm feeling a bit like a bit of a cold is trying to attack me, but I'm not gonna let it get to me. So yeah, some red bush tea, which Grace taught me. I didn't really believe her, but this tea is banging. It's so good. Anywho, time to start the video. So surviving uni. First of all, congratulations to everyone that has gone into uni. I also do want to make a disclaimer to say that uni is not for everybody. Some people will go into uni and they'll find that uni is not for them and will drop out within their first year, first couple of weeks, first couple of months. That is completely fine. In life, you have to set your own path and do what you feel is right for you. And to those that kind of went to uni just because all of their friends went to uni, that's a very silly mistake. Well, hopefully it doesn't turn into a mistake, but that's a very silly reason to go to university, and hopefully it turns out better than you expected, because uni is hard. You know, it's hard being away from your family, from your friends, meeting new people, being in a completely new environment, and the workload, etc. is, you know, it's not easy. So don't just go to uni just because everyone else is going, even if it means you want to take a year out after you finish uni to travel, or to, you know, just do a gap year or whatever it is. Do whatever you need to do whatever is right for you. But for those that are at uni, I hope that you're enjoying it so far, and those that are about to go as well, it's going to be a great experience. Okay, so this is my guide for you. So the first tip that I have for surviving uni and just general uni advice and tips is don't take everything. Right, I made this huge mistake where my first year of uni, I literally packed my whole entire life. It was ridiculous. I took everything. Literally, I remember we got into the car and my dad was driving a Mazda at the time, and I'm just saying it because it's quite a big car. I just want you guys to know. I'll try to pop a picture somewhere here, but it was a pretty big car. The entire car was full, and when I say full, not even just like, oh yeah, you know, the seats just in between seats. No, there were things in between seats. The seats were put down so that everything can go in, you know, to fit the whole thing. As in, my dad couldn't see the back through the back window. Like, there was no back window. It didn't exist because my stuff literally filled the whole of the car, and it was just me and my dad in the car, and he drove me to uni. And every time I've gone back each term, it's gotten less and less because I just realized too much wahala. It's just headache. Pack what you need. A lot of the things that I took as well, I took all of my clothes. Why am I taking all my clothes? I'm only at uni for 8 weeks at a time. Most people are only at uni for 12 weeks at a time. So for 3 months, why are you packing your whole entire life? Please don't make the same mistakes. Pack what you need, not what you think you should just take for the sake of taking it. Another tip for surviving uni is for people, especially if you are someone of faith, is remaining steadfast in your walk with Christ, with God, and ensuring that you find a church. Now, this was massively important to me because my faith obviously is such an important factor in my life. It's my identity, is who I am. And for me, finding a church was a huge priority, and I thank God I found an amazing church in Cambridge. So if you're coming to Cambridge this year, or you are in the Cambridge area and you're looking for a church or looking for a new church, listen, hit me up. I go to RCCG. It's a Redeemed Christian Church. So Redeemed Christian Church of God, City of David in Cambridge. It is an amazing church. I can only say good things about that church. You know, churches are really difficult because, you know, obviously you're thinking about, you know, just so many things come into play, like, will I fit in, will I be happy there, how do I know that when I do go to church that they're, you know, they're preaching the right message, that they're not just there to steal my money, if it's a black church, or even other churches anyway. That's me being stereotypical, but most of the time with black churches we think, oh my god, am I just gonna go there and they're gonna be stealing my money, and you know, the pastor's driving a Bentley and a Range Rover while, you know, I'm here and I'm a student and I'm giving offering and I'm, you know, all of these things. So a church is very, very difficult, but I was very happy, you know. God was amazing in making it happen. Like, literally, I had been looking for a church for a couple of weeks as I'd arrived in Cambridge. Myself and my really good friend Mandy, who you would have seen on my channel before, were looking for a church basically, and we were trying to go to other churches. I wanted to go to other churches, but it was like every time I came to go to another church, something would happen. So it would either be I would wake up really late, or just, you know, someone that was supposed to come with me to that church, you know, would turn around and be like, oh, I'm not in London, or I'm doing this and I can't come. And then funnily enough, the church that I go to now, RCCG, they had a Valentine's Day show and we went, and I literally fell in love. Like, my spirit was so happy. I felt at peace at that church, and I'm telling you now, I have not regretted for 1 second being at that church. That church has been my backbone. The people at that church are incredible. The pastors, the ministers, the, you know, different people that do different things within that church are all such incredible, beautiful people. And honestly, I even said it one time when I was doing announcements and stuff. I just said that, you know, I'm so grateful for finding that church because they have literally helped me so much. And the thing about what I love about this church is not just about, you know, cultivating you and molding you to be a great person within the church, but they're also molding you and cultivating you so that you can be a great person outside of the church, so that you can have a ministry outside of the church basically. And you know, they help you in so many aspects, whether it be finances, whether it be, you know, with education, CVs. They do workshops and different events and stuff to help you as a person as a whole. And so I'm super, super grateful for that church. So yeah, if you are someone of faith, I would definitely recommend finding a church. Find somewhere that God leads you to. I was watching Caitlin on Kingdom Ambassadors. Shout out girl if you're watching this as well. Absolutely amazing. I'm gonna link the video in the description box below, because she talks about, you know, serving God in your youth, and she just touches on so many incredible things. Honestly, it was the best half an hour that I ever spent, like literally ever, watching a YouTube video. She is just full of so much wisdom and knowledge, and Christ is really, really using her. So please do watch her video, and yeah, stay steadfast in your faith. Just know that uni is for maybe 3, 4, depending on what subject you're studying, maybe 7 years. Christ is forever. So just remember that always, and don't allow, you know, temporary fun or temporary whatever at uni to corrupt you or to stop you from being the most incredible person that you can be in Christ. So yeah, good luck with that one, guys. It's a hard one, and I'll tell you now, I've struggled with it at uni as well. I'm not perfect, I've had my ups and downs, but God has really kept me, and so I'm super, super grateful for that. So another tip for you to surviving uni and general uni advice is be prepared. You will meet messy and dirty people. Oh my goodness. My first year was, let's just say, interesting to say the least. But you will go to uni and you will meet people that come from different backgrounds from you, especially if you're somebody that's a very clean, control freak type of person who cleans up after themselves. Just know that you will meet people that are not like that. Not everybody has been trained in the same way as you, and not everybody is someone that's, you know, freaky clean and loves everything to be organized, etc. So that's just something to be prepared about. I would just say try and maintain maybe like a schedule or a rota to say, okay guys, like someone's going to take the bins out, someone's going to wash the dishes, someone's going to do that, just to kind of tell you a bit of a horror story. In my kitchen in my first year of university, we had mold growing out of plates in the fridge, you know, food going off and getting moldy, you know, pots and pans being left in like the sink and stuff for ages with like porridge and oats and whatever it is, and just clogging up sinks. Literally, I saw it all, and I don't like mess, and I like being clean at all times, and it was very frustrating, and there were slight confrontations, but I tried to deal with it the best that I could, and there were certain situations where I should have dealt with it better, definitely. But I would definitely say to you, make sure that you are just prepared for that, and talk to people, have conversations with people in your kitchen if you can, because otherwise it gets a bit messy, you know. Just saying. Another tip for you is don't follow the crowd. I kind of think that I should have pieced this in with the whole, you know, staying steadfast in your faith and ensuring that you know, remain strong in Christ and in God. But yeah, I should have fitted it in with that. But basically, still kind of the same principle. Just making sure that you're doing your own thing, remembering where you came from, remembering your morals, your principles, and don't allow people to basically sway you from who you are. Just stay true to you. You will meet a lot of people where by people change themselves and reinvent themselves at university. I feel like for some people, if you've had a bad past, go for it. It's a new chance for you to start a fresh start. But if you you know, have done pretty well in life, and you know, things have been going pretty well for you, don't reinvent yourself in the sense that you completely forget where you came from, forget who you are, and become a horrible person or a disgusting person or whatever it is. Just be conscious and be careful of, you know, who you put yourself around, who you let influence you, what you let come into you, whether it be spiritually, physically, you know, emotionally, etc. Just be very, very wise and very, very careful. But yeah, you don't need to follow the crowd. Do your own thing. You know me, I'm always the believer of don't follow anybody else. Do you, and do what you need to do in order to live the life the way that you want to live your life. Another tip I have for you is don't be afraid to mingle. I know a lot of people go to university and they're really, really scared of this part. A lot of people get so worried that they're not going to make friends. How do you build relationships with people? You know, there's going to be people from all across the globe. Literally, uni is a melting pot, an amalgamation of people from all backgrounds, all colors, races, etc. And sometimes you get a bit lost and you feel like a tiny fish in a huge pond. But I would say to you, don't let that overwhelm you, and don't be afraid to mingle and put yourself out there. You won't make friends if you lock yourself in your room. You won't make friends if you don't want to talk to anybody. The truth of the matter is, you have to get yourself out there and you have to talk to people. So whether it be through societies or events, or if you know that, you know, things are going on around your university, especially during Freshers Week. Freshers Week is the perfect time to meet people. Yeah, a lot of madness goes on Freshers Week, but also because everyone is new and everyone is in the same boat as you, and that's where kind of people find their cliques or their friendship groups, etc. So if you kind of miss that, you tend to miss out on building friendships with people who you probably would have become friends with. But also on the other side of that as well is, don't worry if you've gone through Freshers Week and you haven't made friends, or you've been at uni for a couple of weeks and you still haven't made anyone that you can call like your friends. Do not worry, friendships will come. They are relationships. Relationships are built upon. They don't just happen just like that. And sometimes as well, funnily enough, you have a friendship that you started in the first week, by the second month you're not even talking to each other. So don't worry. Again, if you're someone of faith as well, make sure you pray about friends that come into your life, people that come into your life, and pray that you've made good friends and people that will be a good influence on you and not lead you, you know, astray basically. But don't worry about it. Get yourself out there. Honestly, be friendly and just open up yourselves to people and allow people to come into your life, and allow yourself to meet new people and to build new relationships. And I promise you, you will make friends. Just be patient and don't get down or depressed or feel like you're alone at university, because you're really not. Get yourself out there and make some new friends. And so the final tip is kind of like a cross in between two tips, is meal prepping and budgeting. Oh my goodness, these two things are so very important. I'll start with meal prepping. Meal prepping I actually only started doing in my second year of university, when things got like super intense. In my first year, I spent a lot of money on kind of like eating out. I was splashing out quite a bit, which I could have saved so much money if I just stayed in and I meal prep. And it helps you because while you're at university, you are super busy, and sometimes you literally have days where because you haven't cooked, you won't eat. no one's gonna cook for you, so sometimes you just won't eat. So save yourself the hassle and the stress. Towards the end of university, my second year, I was meal prepping every single Sunday, and that meant that every day of the week I didn't have to worry about what I was gonna eat. I literally went into my fridge, took out food, microwaved it, and had a meal. And that meant that, you know, my brain was still going. I wasn't stressed out about not eating. I wasn't wasting food as well on like getting takeaways and stuff. So it really helped. So make sure you meal prep. And obviously that goes hand in hand with the second tip about budgeting. I do have a video that's coming out very soon. It should actually be after this video, I don't really know yet, but coming out very soon, where I talk about budgeting and how to basically budget. Now anyone that knows me knows that I am the queen of being frugal, other than, like I mentioned, food. I think I spend my money mostly on food, you know. It's so ridiculous, like I need to cut it out. But yeah, I've got a video coming out super soon talking about budgeting and how you can budget and how you can be frugal and how you can save money where you can, because at university saving those coins is so important. So make sure you watch out for that video as well. But just a few tips, just make sure that you look at the lump sum that you get that comes into your account. Yes, it looks like a lot of money, but I promise you, if you are not careful, you will end up spending that money so fast you'll be crying to mum and dad to send you money because you have none. Okay, don't make that mistake. People get that money that comes in the account, they're like, yeah, student loan dropped, dab, and then within like 2 weeks the money's gone and they're crying and they have nothing to eat and they're scavenging off of people. Don't be that person, and don't splash all your money on going to buy outfits and trainers and clothes, etc. Save your money where you can. Make sure that you're very good with your money. Write out a budgeting plan. Now I've only just started this literally because I was so poor with finances, and I've now realized that I need to sort it out, otherwise I'm gonna be paying for it in the future basically. And you know, that's a very big worry to have if I'm there worrying about money and my credit, etc. So now I budget all the time. So I just have a list of things that I've been wanting to buy or things that I need to do, and I just make sure that I have enough money to last me for maybe that month until I get paid from work or whatever it is, and enough to put into savings as well. So make sure you do exactly the same. Save up where you can, and don't, please, I made that mistake too many times, especially in my first year of uni, just splashing money anyhow, anywhere. Don't make the same mistakes. Make sure you budget. And another tip that I'm going to add as well, just as a little tiny one, I didn't even write this down, but take your own seasoning. Listen, you will go to uni and you will find that your mother's cooking, shout out to our mums or our dads, our parents cooking is just amazing and it's just the best. But when you start cooking your own food, just make sure you take seasoning, because if you end up staying in somewhere like Cambridge where there's barely any, you know, whether it be black shops or shops where they sell African food or just cultural food, you will find that finding seasoning in these places is a struggle. So what I do, I pack my seasoning. I take all my seasoning, whether it be all-purpose seasoning, Maggi cube, everything, and I pack that to university, and it lasts me for like the year or something like that. Make sure you do the same, trust me, otherwise you're going to be having bland food forever. But yeah guys, that is it from me. I hope that those tips were useful for you. Again, good luck at university. I really do hope that you strive and you do the best that you possibly can at university. Just know that yes, it is a hard journey, but I promise you, you can get through it. I'm going into my third and final year. I never even thought that I could get, you know, to this point, but I'm here and I'm nearly done, and I'm going to be graduating very soon. It is hard, it has been tough. I have cried, I have, you know, gone through so much at university, but my relationship with God, number one, has been the foundation that's kept me going, and also just having my family and my friends. And that's another thing that I would say as well. Actually, there's so many things to remember, but another thing I'll say is try to go home as much as you can. Make sure you call your mom, your dad, your family, your brothers, your sisters. Make sure you stay in touch with people outside of university as well, because sometimes you end up being in that bubble and it can get quite isolating and quite lonely. So just make sure that you have good relationships with people back home, and especially with your parents or with people that are really close family members, just so that they can remind you that, listen, you've got home anytime you need it, and they give you a sense of comfort that's different from university as well. So yeah, I'm wishing you, sorry guys, my battery died, but all I wanted to say was keep striving, keep pushing. I wish you nothing but success in your university experience, and of course I'll see you guys in my next video. Stay beautiful.